What's going on, talkers, man? Woo, what a week, what a week, what a week. Guys, don't mind the mess. Y'all see the title, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 receipts from going from New York all the way to Wisconsin. I had to pay over $100 in tolls. Yes, I can write this off of my taxes. You know what I mean? But golly, that boy, y'all be prepared, man. This ain't for the weak. I can say that right now. This is really not for the weak, man. You know what I mean? You guys seen what I had to deal with the last broker, the sleazy person. And I'm glad I was able to get that load off. Everything was good. Man, it's getting a little warm. Man. Let me put a number 3. This morning was 45 degrees. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to warm up on the kid. But yeah, man, so glad I was able to get that off. Got that off me. Did a couple more runs. And I actually picked up a load this weekend for Monday, you know what I'm saying? So I picked up a load that wasn't ready, or the delivery wasn't due until Monday. And I was already up by Albany, New York, Buffalo, that area, right? And I had to go from New York to Wisconsin. It was a straight load. I had to get a bag of salt. So after I pick up that load, as I was putting it, I'm so used to working with the company, you know what I'm saying, where we have E-Pass. I have an E-Pass, and we're gonna get to the nitty gritty. Why I had to pay over $100 of tolls was basically I didn't check my route. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very, very transparent with you guys. I didn't check the route. I looked for the fastest route. How can I get there a day before? And I took that route, not knowing that route was going to take me on numerous of tolls. And me, if you ask me, I love the Ohio State Turnpike. When I was a company driver, when I seen the Ohio State Turnpike was one of the options, I'm taking the Ohio State Turnpike. If you're a trucker, you guys know why a lot of truckers love Ohio State Turnpike. Not only they got great restaurants on that turnpikes and great traveling centers, but also they got free showers, right? And there's a lot of traveling centers down that whole turnpike. And I really never noticed how long that turnpike really is. That's a long turnpike. Literally took me from Ohio all the way to Illinois, man. Literally. From Ohio all the way to Indiana. And I was still like on the turnpike. I can't remember the name. I mean, it probably was still Ohio Turnpike. But as I was getting there, you know what I mean, I got to the first toll. I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it ain't too much, because I really never really drove the stretch of Ohio Turnpike, right? And boom, my thing said no balance. I kept on sliding. You feel me? That bitch said red, but the gates were already broken open, so I just kept on sliding. I'm like, man, maybe it was a mistake. You know what I mean? I'll catch me on the next one. So I went to the next one, and this time it had a toll that said E-Pass, and then right under it said tickets. So I'm like, man, instead of me bucking it and doing it again, let me go through that lane, right? So I went to the lane, and when I got up there, I'm thinking that the light's gonna turn green. No, it didn't turn green, so they made me pull a ticket out. And I'm like, what the heck? The heck is a ticket for? And they said there was no balance on my E-Pass, man. And golly, man, I was getting hit left to right, bro. Like literally, I had to put gas in the truck. This is the Skyway, Ohio Turnpike, Indiana toll roads. What was this one? Ohio Turnpike, Indiana toll. Like, come on, man. I didn't get done paying tolls until I got up out of Chicago, to be honest. And it made me realize, man, I really, you know what I mean, when you get to this type of level, not level, but this type of lane of trucking, and no lane to me is better than the other. Everyone has a different expectation for themselves. Some might want to start their own business. Some might just want a reliable company where they get consistent loads and a consistent paycheck. You know what I mean? Some might just want to do it and work locally. It's however you feel fits for you. But wherever lane you jump into the trucking game, you just gotta really learn. And there's a lot of stuff old school truck driver could teach you, but there's just some things that you just gotta learn on your own. And that's how trucking is. You know what I mean? And what I've learned, you know what I mean, like I should have took an alternate route. Now, if I would have took an alternate route, it would have been a little longer, of course, you know, whatever. But I would avoid paying over $100 in tolls. And that's the things that, you know, we have to be more conscious of, you know, because this is coming out of our gross, you know. It's not coming out of our, you know what I mean, anything else. The company's not going to pay for it. The company you lease it under, your family member's not going to pay for it. None of that, you know what I'm saying? So I learned my lesson. I ain't gonna lie. I learned my lesson that day, bro. Like, I had to put over $800 worth of gas. I had $100 worth of toll I had to pay out my pocket. And these are things that we got to be more conscious, you know what I mean, coming out here. And I learned a valuable lesson, man. And I got a Garmin GPS, trucker GPS, where it does show me all different routes. And just got to, you know, sometimes we got to take other routes, you know what I mean, and take the long way, the back roads, not only to avoid whatever you're trying to avoid. Some of y'all be overweight. Some of y'all be overweight, you know what I'm saying? But to avoid stuff like this, if it's not necessary to pay, it wasn't necessary for me to pay over $100 in tolls. I picked the load up on Friday, it wasn't due till Monday. I had literally Saturday and Sunday to make it there. I could have made it there, no problem at all. You know, if I took the fastest way or if I took the longest way. But so we just got to be a better route planner. Speaking to me, you know, I mean, we definitely got to be a better route planner. This is stuff that you don't hear a lot with a lot of these trucking channels. And a lot of trucker channels, they talk about what they're going through, like what I'm doing, and they're talking about how much they get paid and this, that, and third. And I spoke about stuff like that, but these are the stuff that you don't really hear a lot from other truckers, you know what I mean? The payment stuff, not just the trailer that you gotta pay for every week, not just the tractor. If you guys finance it through a bank and you're paying every month, or or leasing it from a company, you're paying every week. There's the stuff that the base stuff they tell us about, and mechanics and all that stuff, but there's like the small little mini Elias things like tolls that we're not aware of, you know what I mean? So it's just things that I'm learning as a trucker. It's really making me think like, do I really want to do this? Nah, I play with y'all, man. I have no choice, man. I don't know about your guys' situation, but in my situation, you know what I mean, I came this far not to give up, you know what I'm saying? I know there's going to be the light at the end of the tunnel. And when that light comes, I'm going to take full advantage of it and use that money, instead of going on trips and vacation, all that crazy stuff, use that money to invest. Use that money to put it into tools and things that will create passive income, you know what I mean? Where I don't have to work anymore. But I just want to check in with y'all and tell you guys, man, like, be aware of your routes. Be aware of where you're going. Is there any way you can avoid? Look up, see if it's a turnpike. If it's a turnpike, we all know turnpike costs money. So be aware of all of that, man. And just keep grinding, keep going, stay forward, keep your feet on the ground, man. Just do better the following week. You know what I mean? It might be a bad week this week, but make it your goal and your passion, and determine that next week's gonna be better. From the mistakes you made this week, how can I change the mistake, fix the mistake, or not change, but how can I fix this mistake where I don't have to face it again the following week? And for me, it's just really like planning out my routes, like really planning out the routes. And I just put in the GPS and click the fastest route and get on the way. You know what I mean? I really got to plan these routes out, man. So I wanted to get to you guys about that. Thank you guys for watching videos. Thank you guys for supporting. We got more videos coming through. Like I said, once we get to this certain level, I got a very exciting announcement for everyone, man. I really want to do a lot of stuff. And that's the main thing I started this channel, was to help the best way I can. And I know if I put in the work, I put in the dedication, we can grow it to where we need to grow it at, and I could be able to help All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go get something inside. Grab me a drink or something, man. I'm gonna scan this into my toll my toll files. So at the end of the year, I could just, my CPA, I could show them all the stuff. Like, yo, this is all the stuff that I had to pay with my own pockets. And maybe I get a little tax deductible or tax write-off. I don't know, man. This is my first year, man. I'm learning the ropes as a truck driver. Let's go.